our enemies are now functioning. They can attack us. They can move around. They can follow us everywhere. But one thing that the enemies are missing that I feel like does a lot to improve how we feel immersed in the world is making sounds. And this is a feedback that we're going to give our player for when they actually kill the enemy. They're going to have like a death sound effect. So we're going to go ahead and set that up now. What we want to do is click on any of our enemies, either the prefabs or in the world, and we're going to open up our enemy controller script. So at the top here, we're going to add a variable. It's going to be a audio source. AS is what we're going to call that. And what we need to do is in our start method here, underneath where we're sending our target, we're going to say AS is equal to get component audio source. Then open and close parentheses. And then we need to scroll down into our onDeath method. And before we call this destroy and after we say or set our animator, what we want to do is set as.play. And what that's going to do is play our sound that we assign inside of our audio source. So let's go back to our Unity editor now. And we're going to go into our enemy prefab folder once more. And on each of our enemies, we're going to select each one and hit the add component button. And we're going to add a audio source component. And on each of those, we're going to want to uncheck play on awake. So let's go ahead and do that on each one here. Add audio source, uncheck play on awake, add audio source, uncheck play on awake. There we go. And now we just need to assign the sounds into each of these. So the easiest way to do that is to double click our prefab and open it up. And now we can navigate back through our assets folder to the sounds folder, wherever it happens to be. There it is. We're going to go to characters. And we have 3 different sound effects here. You can actually pick which one you want to use for a given enemy. You can preview them by, there is a little line down here that'll say the name of the audio file you selected. If you drag this little double line bar up, you'll be able to preview the sound. So if I hit play, it's a little too deep for this guy. What about this one? That's good. What about this one? Ooh, I think that sounds perfect. So this Death 3 is what I'm going to go with for my crawler. So I'm going to select the crawler object at the top up here in the prefab editor and drop Death 3 into that audio clip. Then we're going to go back to our Rocktopus prefab. And I think it was sound 1 for this guy. Let's double check that. We'll click sound. Yeah, that sounds good to me for the Rocktopus. So I'm going to drag Death 1 into him. And then we're going to go into our wasp here, and he's going to get that Death 2 sound. So let's select, we need to double click the wasp, and then go to sounds, characters, and he gets Death 3. Or Death 2, I'm sorry. And we can preview that just quickly. Yeah, I think that sounds good for our wasp here. So now we've got our 3 sound effects, and if we once again go back and hit play, we will see that if I blow these guys up with my grenade launcher, they will make a nice sound. That's a little loud, so I'll kill this guy with and you heard him make his death sound when he died. And we've got all of our points and stuff, and there we go. We're able to move on to the next bonus step.